How to prevent malpractice? We have built Send Exam by keeping in mind how technology can be misused to conduct malpractice during the exam. We have implemented features that prevents some of such practices, starting with some simple tricks like shuffling. This feature shuffles the order of question and option for each exam attendee. This prevents one attendee from sharing the answer or question with others using question number or option number as reference through other mediums like WhatsApp group or messages. If they have to share, they will have to type the question and answer. Our mobile app does not allow students to take screenshots, which also prevents students from sharing question answers. We also have implemented advanced timing settings to have complete control over when a student can get access to exam and result. Let's explore some advanced settings one by one. On or off button lets you control whether an exam can be started or not. It's like a main switch for exam link. If you switch it off, students will not be able to start the exam, even if you have scheduled the exam for a future date. Please keep in mind the students who have already started the exam will be able to continue attempting the exam. Schedule, start before, and result after controls different time restrictions of the exam. Schedule lets you set a time after which a student can start the exam. On publishing, for the students to start the exam right after publishing. On date and time, for the students to start the exam anytime after the specified date and time. Students will be able to see the scheduled date and time when they open the link to see exam details before the schedule. The buttons to start the exam will get enabled only after the scheduled time. You can always change the scheduled date and time anytime after publishing. Start before lets you control the time before which students have to start attempting the exam. Any time after publishing, for the students to start the exam anytime after publishing. This gives a possibility for a student to attempt the exam and then share the question and answers with other students. Other students can conduct malpractice in this case. On date and time, for students to start the exam anytime before the specified date and time. A combination of schedule and start before lets you fix a time period during which the exam can be started. This means that there is a defined time period between which all students will have to start the exam. Keep it short to prevent a student from sharing the question and answers with others. For example, if you schedule the exam for 9 am and if you set the start before time as 9:05 am, all students will have to start the exam within 5 minutes. It becomes difficult to share all questions and conduct malpractice in 5 minutes. Result after lets you control the time after which the result and the answers are visible to the students. After exam, for students view the results right after the exam, this comes with a drawback. If a student finishes the exam first, they can share the answer with the other students. On date and time, for students to view the result anytime after the specified date and time. This feature can be used to ensure that the result is sent out to the students only after a predetermined date and time. This gives you flexibility to conduct the same exam for multiple batches on multiple schedules before sharing the result and answers with them. A combination of all these features will enable you to conduct exam with minimal malpractice possibilities. Some other general hacks like giving more number of questions and giving less time for each question also minimizes the chance of copying as the available time per question is very less. Dividing a class to multiple batches and giving different question paper for each batch is another way. It hardly takes few minutes to create multiple question papers.